Trace Atkins, Songs About Me on 103.5 WEZL. Have you guys gotten into this, tracing your family tree stuff? That Ancestry.com. They're running a lot of commercials now.
Yeah, Ancestry.com. I see them all the time.
You guys interested in that at all? Finding out, who your ancestors were and stuff?
I'm pretty sure my tree goes straight up.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well,
Leonard, very many branches.
Well, Leonard was pretty close to the trunk, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
I understand that. I'm fascinated by it.
Are you?
I had a cousin who I think is now deceased, who mailed me a package of genealogy stuff that he had done, tracing that side of the family back, and he got back to pre-Civil War. He got back that far on the families, and with pictures and birth certificates, and one of them was a prisoner in a Civil War camp. I mean, it had his prisoner of war card and everything. Really fascinating stuff. I just...
Were you kin to anybody famous? Seems like everybody is always kin to somebody famous.
No, but I think my great-grandfather slept with somebody famous. I think. I'm not real sure what that was a picture of, but it looked like he was sleeping with somebody.
Is that an elbow?
I don't know what
that
that was.
Elbow? I can't tell.
It was black and white.
I think that's an elbow.
One of those things with the big dusty explosion cameras. It was early in the porn movement. It was
the big dusty explosion cameras.
Anyway,
is that Abe Lincoln's top hat? What are they doing with that thing?
How did that? Never mind. No, because I was reading this morning, and I think it's absolutely fascinating when you trace back. 60% of everybody who is a native of South Carolina, 60% of everybody in South Carolina has at least one black ancestor. It could be a grandmother, a great-grandfather, or whatever, but everybody who was born in this state, 6 out of 10, have black in their blood, which I thought was just fascinating. To be such a segregated society that South Carolina is.
Are you sure that 60% of people in South Carolina aren't already black?
No, that's only about 33%.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it's just there's black in the bloodline. I'm just going to tell you right now. And because they were tracing back the blackest names in America, the names that the most black people have, and the number one name that is the blackest last name in America is what?
White.
Washington.
Yeah.
Really?
Washington.
Really?
And they were given those names from the plantation owners in most cases.
Either that
right?
or they took a name when they got their freedom that meant something to them.
Because I know Pinckney and Ravenel and all of those
all
names
that.
are traditionally black names.
Number 2 was Jefferson.
Really?
That's the second number. And a lot of those names, well, Jefferson and Washington both had a lot of slaves. Mm-hmm. But a lot of the slaves took those names because they represented freedom.
Okay.
When they were declared free men, they said, okay, I am now whatever Washington or whatever Jefferson. Mm-hmm. And that's the name they took. 90% of the people with the name Washington in the United States are black.
I believe that.
90%. Jefferson the second. 75% of the people in the United States with the name Jefferson are black. Lincoln, only 14%. Only 14% considered the man who signed the Emancipation Proclamation was important.
Name for freedom.
Was a name for freedom. Washington and Jefferson were much higher on the list.
Interesting.
I guess,
thought you were going to say that if you were born in South Carolina, 60% of people were related to Strom Thurmond.
Well, and that all ties into this whole black name thing, too. I don't know how many of them are named Thurman, but he had some dalliances. Right?
And your great-grandfather may have slept with somebody famous.
May have. I'm just not sure what that is yet. But I'm gonna keep on it until I find it.
Now, we